So to show the sales per category, so let's bring the category here and sales. Okay, so we see we have the total sales per category. Let's format it a little bit and make the color gray. Okay, and let's expand it a bit more. Okay, and we want to show the total on the top and the percentage contribution from the each. So let's bring here the label and then also show it on the detail. And now let's use the quick table calculation to compute the percentage of total. And let's make format this total a little bit, make it currency and use K. We do not need probably the decimal places because it's insignificant, and we can also copy the format from here to get rid of those lines. Okay, color is gone, so let's bring the color back, and we also don't need this. Okay, and now we have the numbers. Let's show the percentage here. We can use the percentage from on the label. So let's go here, insert. Let's also show it on the. So now we have both the percentage and the percentage contribution. So what we did, we just brought it from the level of details to the level shelf. And let's get rid of the level of detail and let's format it a bit better. So we bring it side by side and maybe change the color to yellow. So now let's format it a bit better, and instead of 2-digit we can just make it 1. So now we see that we have the sales per category. We can just hide the label. So now we have the sales per category, and then we go back to our dashboard and we need to do the same for sales per subcategory. But before that, we also need to do the comparison with the prior year. So let's do the comparison. To do that, we go to the analytics pane and we need to bring a reference line to the cell. And this should be okay. So now this should be prior year. So let's just bring the sales trend. We have the sales trend last year. So let's compute the sales trend prior year. For the prior year, we just subtract 1 from the max year. And let's bring it to the detail shelf, and let's remove this first, and let's bring a reference line to the cell, and let's bring sales trend prior year. We don't need the average, we need the total, and let's change the color to blue. Okay, so here we see that we have the total, and if we want to change maybe a little bit darker color here. Okay, and so now we have calculated that sales per category, that we have the total, we have the percentage contribution for each category, and we have the reference. We can edit the tooltip a little bit more. We don't need this one. We can show the category name, the total sales. We can just, so what is that? It shows the total sales last year, prior year, and let's just, if we want to show the sales trend prior year, let's also format it a little bit and make it currency, and let's make it no decimal point. So I can see here, this is the name of the category, and sales trend, what is the sales last year and prior year. So we can just name it sales last year, sales prior year, and make the prior year blue, this one dark. Also we can make it bold. So now we can see here, sometimes you just need to readjust things a little bit. So now we have sales per category ready. Next up, we will do the same for sales by subcategory. Okay. To show the sales per subcategory, let's bring the subcategory in the rows. Sales trend last year in the column, and sort it. Let's bring the sales trend prior year in the details shelf, and we go to the analytics reference line. We make it per cell, and sales trend prior year, we want to show the sum. Okay, so now we have the sales trend last year and the prior year. We have the prior year values as the reference. We can make it entire view. Let's hide the labels and edit the axis. We do not need the title. Let's make the interval 10,000. Okay. We do not need these vertical lines. Let's just format it. We do not need these lines. So we do not need axis rulers as well. If we actually, in this case, we need the vertical lines, so we will keep these grid lines just to use as a reference for our audience. Let's make the arrange the color a little bit. Make this gray, and this we format it, make it blue, maybe a little more dark. Okay, now we want to show where the sales in the last year is we make a calculated field, lower last year sales subcategory. Okay, so we want to show the sales trend last year is less than the sales trend prior year. Okay, we bring it here and make, okay, so we make, whenever it's true, we make the color red, and let's edit the color. For the false, we select our Seattle gray, and okay, now we have the sales per subcategory. Let's hide the card and also bring three filters we have in our original visual. So we have the region, segment, and shipping mode. So let's bring the filters here. We want to use all the region, segment, and shipping mode here. Okay, so now we have created the sales per subcategory. Next up, we will prepare which states are losing money, the map, and then we can place them all together. Now we need to show the negative profit states. So let's just name it negative profit states, or which states are losing money, right? So we just say negative profit last year, profit trend last year less than 0. Okay. So let's double click on the country. So we have the United States here. Let's double click on the states. Okay, now it shows all the values of the states. Let's bring the negative profit last year into the color shelf, and let's edit the color. Whenever it's true, let's keep it red. Whenever it's false or none, let's make it gray. Okay, so here we see that negative profit last year is true. So let's bring the profit trend here on the detail shelf, and we can see here profit trend is negative for these states, right? Let's go to the format, map. Let's go to the background layers. We want to wash out fully so that we can just focus on the map. So here we can see the negative profit. Now let's go to the tooltip. We do not want to see negative profit, yes or no. We just see the profit trend last year. We can now here see the total profit trend last year. We don't need the country as well, because we know that this is the United States. So let's now go to the format and get rid of those column divider and row divider panes. Okay, now we can just rename it which states are losing money. Let's make it 12 and gray, bold, apply. We can of course change these things, and let's make it hidden. So if we see, now we have all the visuals ready, and we can just change the title a little bit. We can say, okay, which states lost money last year, and since lost money states are indicated by the red, we can just make it red. Likewise, we can just say sales per subcategory, current versus last versus prior year, right? Last year versus prior year. since prior year is indicated by blue, and then we can make it bold. 12. Apply. Make this part gray. Okay, and we can also write sales by category last year versus prior year. Adjust the color a little bit, make the prior year blue and make it bold. Apply. Also, I want the entire title to be of 12. Okay, so now we have all the cars ready. We are ready to bring it all together in our dashboard.